Hi there, nice to be speaking with you again. I want to say first of all, well done to those of you who've been sending the emails and letting me know of your experiences of how you've been incorporating FMT into your regular practice. Good on you for taking on something new, and I know your clientele are going to be benefiting from that enormously. Also, I want to especially acknowledge those of you who have gotten together with some of your colleagues and peers who did the training together and have actually been practicing on each other. It's always great to hear of how things have evolved and the things that each of you have picked up individually, and then being able to sort of cooperatively learn and progress together. It's always a very heartwarming feeling when I get those news. So well done to you all. And let me also say congratulations for undertaking a new treatment option for your clientele. It's not always easy when you learn something new and try to put it into practice at the beginning. Remember the first time you ever took a negative cast? You can remember how messy and how klutzy you kind of felt, and you're all thumbs, and whereas if you compare to how you do that now with that benefit of experience and guided tuition, it's now something that you really don't need to think about other than the finer distinctions of making sure that the service is provided at a high level. There was a time when I couldn't perform any manual therapies whatsoever, and it's just been with practice and persistence that I've been able to develop my skills to a level where I know I provide a good quality and a competent service. So to incorporate FMT into your regular practice, you've got to do just one thing, and that is decide you're going to put it into practice. And at the same time, when you make that decision, make it easy on yourself. And so what I'm going to suggest you do first of all, I'm going to give you 3 options how to implement FMT into your practice. The first one is decide your very next new patient, new client that you see that's a biomechanical case. Go through each of the techniques as part of your biomechanical assessment. So literally what you'll do is you'll do the talar glide, you'll do the fibular glide, do the lateral navicular. Just go to the set-up position. Don't worry about applying the thrust force, just go to the set-up position. Go through the mid-tarsal mobilization. Go through the metatarsal mobilization. Grab hold of the cuboid, actually glide it superiorly and posteriorly, and gauge how well this particular person's cuboid is working. You can go through the metatarsal and the first MTP joints. Just rotate up, down, side to side. Work on the sesamoids, gliding those into opening up the connective tissue restrictions. So if you go through each of the set-up positions, you'll actually get a closer indication of where connective tissue adaptations lie, and then importantly, what to do about it by applying a corrective FMT force. The second example I want to suggest for you is when you've got a case that is going to be an orthotic case for you. Once you've done your initial assessment, you've determined that orthotic therapy is going to be the best course of action, then let them know. In the initial assessment, Mary, I found several important joints that are a bit limited or not working as freely as they ought to. So in order to help the orthotic therapy work more effectively, what we need to do is free up those joints to get a better quality of movement and less resistance. Make sense? Great. So to help your feet respond best of all, we need to see you twice weekly for 3 weeks. This visit, this methodology will actually involve some hands-on mobilization work. We'll free up the restrictions. We'll get some simple but important exercises enrolled as well. So then your feet are in a very good or a healthier state of operating. So when we take the molds for your orthotic devices, that they'll actually work more effectively. Make sense? Great. So then what you do is you set up a series of 6 visits, and I'm going to suggest if you do it as a brief consultation standard, provide that service, then on the 7th visit, either reassess or take a cast as you normally would and provide your orthotic therapy in that way. The third option I'm going to suggest we do is when you get an orthotic review case coming in. So whether it's been 6 months or 12 months, and you know the patients when they come in and they say, well, you know, things are better, but, or yeah, things have been going okay, but I'm starting to feel like it's slipping back a bit. These are examples that the orthotic devices may not be working as efficiently as you'd like them to work. So another treatment option you can offer for them is, once you've done your biomechanical assessment and if you've identified those joints that have some limitation or connective tissue restrictions, explain the pathway for your patient. So look, we've got some areas that are a little bit limited, the orthotics are fighting against that, so we need to free up those restrictions so the orthotics will work more effectively. Make sense? Great. So the way we do that is, and then you map out the twice weekly for 3 weeks and then reassess at the end of that. Now, you also have a copy of the chart that maps out which exercises to incorporate at which stage of those 6 visits. So, you know, print that off, have it handy, and then that way, as you go through the treatment protocol with your clients, then you'll be able to ensure that they've got the best chances of getting the most successful outcome. And finally, let me just finish with, please let me know how you get on. So if you have some successes, love to hear about it. If you have some challenges, let me know and I'll do my best to be able to help you. Remember, we get to learn from other people's experiences as well. So if you think you're having a little bit of a tough time with a certain situation, throw me an email and I'll give my point of view or my perspective on it, and also throw it out as to have a bit of a round table discussion to see if anyone else is having similar type of challenges as well. So I'll be signing off for now. If there are any other questions or queries, don't hesitate to call. I look forward to speaking with you real soon. Cheers for now.